Okay, here's part 2 of the solar film. I've got one piece on outside, and of course as I went out the wind kicked up a little bit. So far the hardest part of this is getting this back film, this clear stuff, off of the mirror part. And what I've done is take a little razor blade, it comes with a little razor blade, just lightly score it. It's sticking to me. Lightly score the film and stick the tip of the razor blade underneath and get it going. And then I used some interior painter's tape, very low tack, basically worthless. And as I rolled it, I started taping it to itself so it wouldn't go back. And you can't apply tape to this side, it won't stick. You got to put it to this side, which is this side, or it won't stick. And I gotta say, this is some of the most contrary stuff I have ever worked with. I've done a lot of window tinting in Florida. You have everything's tinted. This stuff's very stiff, creases easily. It'd be a good job for 3 hands. I've got like 1.5 hands so far. This one here, the fingers are just starting to work. Cut the material 2 or 3 inches longer than you're going to need it so you can move it around. You have to, I'm using some Windex with a little bit of soapy water in it, a little bit of Dawn in it. Squirt the window down really well, squirt this down really well. If you can take it outside without peeling all this backing off, you're ahead of the game, because if the wind catches it, this rolls over, sticks to itself, it's over, throw the piece away. And I'd love to show you me putting this on, but I just can't do it. So I'm going to go out and put the exterior pieces on. I have one piece up, and you can see this bottom piece has to be done on the inside because this window tilts out and down. And I still got a few wrinkles in it, but this afternoon the sun will come out and take care of those. So that's a screen behind it, and that's the solar guard. I'll show you outside. That's what it looks like. Yes, I know I need a haircut. Well, I'm here to tell you that was quite a job. This is some of the hardest stuff to work with I've ever used. It's much stiffer than normal window tint. So we'll let the sun bake that. So I'm going to do that window. This window yesterday afternoon when I did part 1, when the sun was hitting this, when you stood behind the window and just held the film up in front of you, you could instantly feel the heat difference. These windows have been cleaned once. I got rid of all the excess silicone that was coming out. And I'm going to come around on this side and do my bedroom window next, because the sun will be here next. Right now the wind's not up, but I'm sure as soon as I get out here it'll pick up. So I'm going to put this one on. I got to clean this a little better. And then the bottom one, like I said, you've got to lay the window down inside. Apologize for the camera, I'm not paying attention and my hand's not working so good. But anyway, that's it. So I'll be back. It's going to make a huge difference, but it is a pain to install. This is the hardest stuff I've ever had to use. They're very stiff. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, this is the final installation. That's what it looks like from the inside. A few more bubbles still working their way out. Now over here on this door, before I put this solar guard up, I had a reading on 88 degrees. This is 80, 81. So that's much better. 77, 73 on the door. Alright, I'll show you outside. This was very stiff product. That's that really handsome guy in the picture. That's the first window I did. That one's got quite a few little scratches from the squeegee. It's made a huge difference on the temperature. So anyway, there it is. Not one of the best installs I ever did, but basically did it one-handed at the time. So this stuff works pretty good. And again, I said I put it on the outside because I got thermopan windows. I didn't want to trap the heat between the two layers. That was the reason for that. So anyway, if you're thinking about doing something like this, or you're having the same problem, this worked out pretty good. Really stiff and hard to work with material though, I'd give it that. Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching. And I'm out. There's part 2.